Hey guys, do you know what mini habits are? Because most people don't, and to be honest with you, I only found out about them a few months ago, but they've really changed the way that I look at everything that I do. And so I want to tell you about them, but before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified when I release a new video. So I've been doing push-ups for every morning for the past like 3 months-ish. And I'll be honest with you, I don't enjoy it. The results are slow, they're hard, it's hard to get the motivation to do them. I hate the pain that you go through when you do it, and honestly, it's tough to do them every day. And there has been a couple of times, there's been a couple of days when I nearly didn't do them. And that might not seem like much, but I know from many past experiences of trying to do habits that missing even just one day can be a habit killer. Because missing one day, it raises the chances of missing a second day. And then that raises the chances even higher of missing another day, and it just keeps going on and on and on. And if you miss a week, you probably won't do that habit again. You'll give yourself excuses, you'll lie to yourself, and you'll forget all about it. And it will just be another failed attempt. So what did I do on those days to do the push-ups even though I didn't want to? I did a mini habit. And a mini habit is basically just a mini version of that habit. So instead of doing the maximum amount of push-ups that I could do, I just did one set. I made it really easy for me to start, but really hard for me to say no. I could have made it even easier than that. I could have said I'll just do one push-up. So easy to start and so hard to say no. Because doing even just a small part of the habit is better than doing nothing at all. Because you're still progressing, you're still doing that habit, you're still doing the starting bit, which is the hardest bit out of anything, which matters the most. If you can start and you can do that little bit, then you've done that habit for the day. Let's say, for another example, you want to learn an instrument, and to get good at an instrument, you need to put in a lot of effort. You should be putting in at least like 2 or 3 hours a day. And sometimes after a long day, you've been working, you've done a lot, it doesn't matter what, after a long day, it can be really hard to think, oh, now I've got to play this instrument for like 2 or 3 hours. Your willpower's gone, you don't want to do it, and you let your feelings take control of you. We all do it, it's easily done. And if you know that you've got to practice for 2 or 3 hours, you're not going to want to do it. And then the thing is though, you don't do it that day, and then tomorrow you've got another hard day, and you say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And then next day you've got another hard day. And so it just builds up to the point where you just stop bothering to even think about it. Your instrument gathers dust, and again, it's just another failed attempt. You have to stay consistent every day. You can forget about it and let the days go on and not do it, or you can keep that habit. And you can keep that habit by playing every day, staying consistent. But instead of thinking, oh, I've got to play for 2 or 3 hours, you say, I've got to play for 2 minutes. I'm only going to play this instrument for 2 minutes. Anyone can do that, because that's easy. That's easy to do. But now there's a couple of things that is going on here. One, yeah, you're not going to learn anything in just those 2 minutes. That's not long enough to be able to learn anything, but you're keeping up the habit of sitting down and playing that instrument. And that's the most important thing. You're creating the habit every day of starting, of sitting down and actually playing the instrument. And 2, once you've started to do something, it's much easier to carry on. The hardest part of doing anything is starting. Once you've started, it's much easier to keep on going. It's like when I brush my teeth, I always struggle to start to brush my teeth, but once I'm brushing them, like, it's easy to carry on for the 2 minutes. I don't stop halfway through and think, oh, I can't bother to do this anymore. I just do it. Same with the push-ups, and same with everything else. The hardest thing about doing anything is starting. So if you can start, then most of the time you'll find yourself playing for a lot longer. So if you say, I'm just going to play for 2 minutes, usually you'll find yourself playing for way longer than that, half an hour. You might even play for the 2 or 3 hours. And you'll find that, so I didn't watch TV tonight. I actually just played on my instrument and I loved it, and I had a really great time. And so mini habits can be really powerful for staying consistent with something, with whatever you want to do, whether it's playing an instrument, doing push-ups, going for a run. Let's say you want to go for a run every day. Now once you stop doing it for a day or two, it's much harder to get back into the habit of doing it. So the days when you don't feel like going for a run, it's pouring down with rain outside, you've had a really hard day's work, just put on your running shoes and walk to the end of the drive. Sometimes you'll go back inside and say, that's it, that's my habit done for the day. But sometimes you'll actually say, I'm here now, I might as well go for a run. And then you'll do it. But just know that both of them is a win. Like, yeah, the best outcome is actually running and doing your maximum of what you can do. But even if you just go out there and come back in, that is still a win, because you still started and you still did the habit. So make it easy, make it hard to say no, because starting and doing it every day, that's what's going to make you succeed. If you can do it every day, you can stay consistent. A lot of people struggle with this because they drift. But if you can make it so easy to where you don't drift, and when the hard days come, because they will come, whatever you do, there will be hard days, and there'll be days when you struggle. So you have two choices. You can still do it and make it really easy, but still do the habit, or you can just say no and probably eventually drift so much that you don't do it anymore. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next video.